What is going on, guys, and thanks for joining me once again for another episode of my Everton career on FIFA 13. It's my first season and there is going to be a lot happening in this video. Not only will you be seeing the second leg of the semi-finals of the Capital One Cup against West Bromwich Albion, the team that we beat first time around but only by 1 goal. Will my Everton side be able to rise to the occasion and see off the challenge of West Brom, hopefully putting us through to the Capital One Cup final at Wembley? Also, the transfer deadline day is looming large upon us and you will be able to see that in this video, as well as the fixture against Manchester United the second time around in the Barclays Premier League. That was our first game of the season and we lost 2-1 to them at Goodison Park. Will we be able to return the favour at Old Trafford? You're going to have to stay tuned, guys, as that match is near the end. Anyway, to business. The first game of this video, we was going head to head with Swansea at Goodison Park in the BPL, and as you just saw as well, Michu saved us from not going behind as he missed that penalty, hammered the ball off the post. And as if we haven't got enough on our plate, Jordan Ayew has to come off injured. Darren Bent, as you saw in the last video, got injured and will be out for 3 months. I'm just hoping that Jordan Ayew isn't going to be out as long as that. But when it was all said and done, Swansea walk away from Goodison Park as winners and those 3 points after De Guzman made his presence known and grab that goal. He's on my shortlist, so I might sign him up next season. And speaking of signings, Carlos Tevez has signed for FC Bayern Munich. Good. Get him out of the Barclays Premier League. Cannot stand the guy. He's just an all-around douchebag. So guys, do you remember the last video? The ending, it was like a cliffhanger in a way. Was Ola John going to accept my contract offer? And the answer is yes. Yes, he does. Ola John is now officially an Everton player. And it's going to be great actually playing him for us. I mean, he's at the age of 20, his overall is 77, his stats are absolutely amazing. They're only going to get better as time goes on. And look at that, this just in, John joins mega rich Everton. Sounds pretty good, I think, and I'm really confident about this signing. So we move on to our next fixture in this video. It's in the BPL once again. It's against Southampton. It's match day 23 and we are getting closer and closer to the ending of the season. And as you just saw on the league table, we are positioned 7th. So we've got our work cut out. We've got to work our ass off if we want to get into the Europa League or even the Champions League for next season. And that is my starting 11, sticking with that 4-1-2-1-2 formation, diamond formation, as it seems to be working out so far with some of the results that we've been picking up, apart from that fixture against Swansea where we lost 1-0. And look at this for some passing around. Southampton defence trying to push us back, and Jelavic comes all so close to making it 1-0. It was only a matter of time before we made chances pay, and it was Quincy Owusu-Bay who opened up the scoring, making it 1-0 in the 61st minute, the hour mark. And it was great to get that goal. I do take off PNR and Owusu-Bay, but there just wasn't enough time to see what Ola John could produce for Everton. So he will be starting against West Bromwich Albion, which is our next fixture in the Capital One Cup semi-final second leg. If we win this, we go through to the Capital One Cup final at Wembley against either Stoke City or, believe it or not, Manchester United. And there was my starting 11, once again going with that 4-1-2-1-2 diamond formation, and Van Rijn returns to the squad. Jordan Ayew almost opened up the scoring, but I believe there should have been a penalty there as Jelavic was tackled to the ground. And there was a half-time stats. As you can see, we was looking likely to get a goal. I was just disappointed that we hadn't already opened up the scoring, and I do make all 3 subs in the second half. I bring on Quincy Owusu-Bay, Marouane Fellaini and Morales, hoping to get that goal and just put us through, and then we could just be nice and comfortable then for the rest of the game. And there was only a couple of minutes left of the game, and Jelavic takes the ball into the box and picks out the afro of Marouane Fellaini. He's never going to miss from there. It was an open goal, and he simply made West Bromwich Albion pay for their mistakes. And the final score was 1-0 and 2-0 on aggregate. Who are we going to be facing in the final of the Capital One Cup? There it is, guys. We will be playing Manchester United at Wembley in the Capital One Cup. It was just meant to be. Guys, I want you to leave in the comment section below, should I do the full game live commentary or shall I just include it into the highlight videos, which you're seeing now? Seeing that the January transfer window is still open, I went to loan Nicholas Blandy from Manchester United for the rest of the season, and I simply went after him because what happens if Jordan Ayew goes down injured, and he's going to be out for a couple of months, because don't forget, Darren Bent is out for 3 months, and that's a long time in the football season, and we can make do without Jordan Ayew going down too. So I went for Blandy, and he's just there for extra backup in case I need it. And also you saw there, Jan Mucha is on the transfer list. He will be leaving Everton, whether it be in this transfer window, which is about to slam shut, or whether it be at the end of the season. Either way, he's going to be leaving because I am in the market for a new goalkeeper, as you heard in the last video. I will probably sign a new goalkeeper at the end of the season, depending on if Jan Mucha is snapped up in this transfer window that we're currently in. Anyway, to the game in hand, it is my first FA Cup fixture in charge of Everton against Bristol City. And look at this, we've got another injury on our hands. Francisco Jr. goes down. He's another upcoming central midfielder. And it's just a shame to see him down because I've been using him quite a lot recently. So I have to take him off, obviously, and bring on Ross Barkley to replace him, who is mainly a cam in this game. But I mean, he can play in central mid position as well. Ola John had his first professional start for Everton against West Brom, and he did pretty good in that game, but he did even better in this game against Bristol City. He opened up the scoring for Everton, getting his debut goal in the 53rd minute. What a great goal it was as well. He peeled away from the defenders, took the ball into the box and curled it around the goalkeeper with a finesse shot. And Fontaine here, with a mistake, gives the ball away to Marouane Fellaini, who again takes the ball into the box, and very similar to Ola John's goal, he makes it 2-0 to Everton in the 90th minute, and that will put us through to the next round of the FA Cup. I have noticed now that my Everton side is starting to get into the groove of things, picking up wins right, left and centre. And here is the reason why I had to take Francisco Jr. off against Bristol. He has sustained a broken ankle and will be out for 3 months, just like Darren Bent. And after that, I received an absolute onslaught of transfer offers for Quincy Owusu-Bay, a player that's just only recently moved to us. He's only been with Everton for a couple of months. And we have teams like Lazio, Hamburg, Aston Villa, Stuttgart. I'm sorry, but I will not be accepting any of those offers. He hasn't even had a season at Everton yet. It is transfer deadline day, and I was very silly because I let this go down to the very last minute with Michael Vorm. Our transfer offer was accepted after so many negotiations with Swansea that it came down to the very last minute, and all I had to do was offer him a contract. I did, but it was too late. The transfer window slammed shut in my face, and we didn't get him, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'll leave it till the end of the season. There is our injury list. 5 and 8 weeks are left for both Darren Bent and Nicholas Blandy, and 3 months for Francisco Jr. So we haven't got that long to wait for Darren Bent to return to his scoring ways. Anyway guys, we move on to our last fixture of this video. It's in the BPL. It's the second time facing them in the Barclays Premier League. It's Manchester United versus Everton, and there is United's starting 11. Now I was kind of confused by Sir Alex's decision here. He had put Kagawa up front. Okay, so why isn't Rooney up front? I mean, fair enough playing Rooney in midfield because, you know, he can play there. But, I mean, Kagawa could have gone there instead of Rooney. It just seemed weird to me. I don't know about you guys. But anyway, here is my starting 11. I have changed my formation back to the 4-4-2 to go head-to-head with Manchester United. And I just want to point out that United, before this game kicked off, were missing a lot of key players such as Raphael, Robin van Persie, Rio Ferdinand, and even Hernandez. It was such a shame. I felt sorry for them. I mean, what if I was in that position when I was doing my Man United career? I won't be too happy. So we took advantage of that. I mean, Jordan Ayew getting a shot on goal there. It was just deflected, which meant that Quincy Owusu-Bay had a chance to take his corner, and he did, floating the ball into the box. Jelavic with a header, and Jagielka with a captain's goal for Everton, making it 1-0 in the 42nd minute. And what a time to score just before half-time. That surely was going to give us all the confidence in the world for the second half, but the second half could wait as P&R crosses in the ball, And look at Quincy Owusu-Bay looking for that half volley, and it was just a complete scramble, but eventually the ball fell to the feet of Jelavic, who makes it 2-0 to Everton in the 45th minute, just before the referee was to put that whistle to his mouth and blow. And in the second half, I bring on Olajuwon Morales and take off Pienaar, and Quincy Owusu-Bay in the second half. Nani with a perfectly timed through ball pass, looking for Danny Welbeck, who was there, who could have had the ball in his possession, but no, he didn't even take the opportunity, and we hit Manchester United on the break, on the counter, and Jelavic made them pay, getting his second goal of the game, making it 3-0 to Everton in the 50th minute, and we was walking away with this game. Kagawa near the end of the game could have got a goal back for them, a consolation goal, but they got a corner, Manchester United time, Fergie time, but they couldn't do anything with it, and that was all she wrote for Manchester United. We walk away as winners with 3 goals and 3 points to add to the league table, and Sir Alex will not be happy about that loss, but is this a sign of things to come for that fixture against them in the Capital One Cup final at Wembley? Hope you've enjoyed, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace out.